That you stand there before me is proof that alone smiles upon me this day. I have need of your assistance, Green, and before you think to run away screaming in terror, I pray you hear me out. It concerns the esteemed, and now missing and presumed dead, Knights of the Heavens Ward. None have returned to the capital since all the unpleasantness began, yet recently we have heard rumors of these honored sirs walking the streets. Oh no. 'Tis heresy most foul, I say, and I mean to get to the bottom of it. But we will need all the help that we can get, which means, Fury take me, we could benefit from a certain individual's serendipity. Besides, if we don't seek him out, he's like to show up at the worst possible time anyway. At least this way it'll be on our terms, and we can keep an eye on that boy. Mammet! Mammet! Yes, right. Oh, you must be wondering why I asked you to come. Well, you and the inspector seem to enjoy a natural rapport, so... A bit. Praise hello, for a moment I was afraid you'd make me beg. This may well be the last chance to prove my word to my superiors, and if I can't... do it for Tom's manor. Because, Gigi, such behavior is unbecoming a gentleman. But why, Papa Hildy? Why is it unbecoming a gentleman? Ah, Inquisitor Seer, Green. Good morrow to you both. Are you come as adoring fans or on business? Business. Always business. You may rest assured. Then I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, and at your service. Is it robbery? Murder? Tax evasion? Evasion? Wait, before we get into that, what's going on here? As much as it pains me to admit it, my beloved Gigi, the apple of my eye, the fruit of my loins, attempted to deface this lovely gazebo. Naturally, as his father, it falls to me to see him return to the straight and narrow. That's not true. I was drawing a family crest for our home. Now, Gigi, I know you are fond of this gazebo as we are all, but it belongs to Lord Edmund. You wouldn't want to steal from Uncle Edmund, would you? I guess not. Then where is our gazebo, Papa Hildy? And does it have a warm stove with a steaming kettle too? Oh, Gigi, don't you see? We have no need of kettles or gazebos. As gentlemen inspectors, the world is our oyster. We can go whither we please, where the red fern grows or the wild rose blooms. And yet you've been sleeping in Lord Edmund's gazebo for how long? I don't care about wild roses. I want to live in a gazebo with Papa Hildy and Mama Nashu. Gazebos are quite expensive and dangerous if not domesticated. Dangerous indeed, my boy. And besides, we are gentlemen inspectors free to travel the length and breadth of Eorzea in search of a case. Does that not sound more thrilling than whittling away the hours beneath the gazebo? I guess. If it's a case you want, you need not go so far. We are currently investigating reports of individuals masquerading as Knights of the Heavens Ward. These contemptible charlatans are rumored to have tricked several hapless maidens into attending private parties for a small fee, with the promise of enjoying the company of these great sirs. Those who were foolish enough to attend found their experiences to be so traumatizing that they have refused to discuss them in detail. Needless to say, your assistance in this matter will be greatly appreciated, and for it you shall receive due compensation. Say no more, Inquisitor, say no more. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, am well versed in the ways of the fairest sex. Since when? Mummy, Mother dearest, I was under the impression you had departed for Uldar. need my beloved boy to keep on playing at being inspector, as well as a father to a bloody mammet. Bugger that. You're coming home right this instant. How can you say such things? It's my life's calling to be an inspector, and Gigi is my son. He is a Manderville man. Grand as it is to see you, you have come at a most inopportune time. The young women of Ishgard are in need of a champion to defend them from fiends most foul. Come Nashu, come Gigi. We shall demonstrate to my mother our peerless investigative skills and bring these criminals to justice. Thal's ballsy stubborn. Probably gets it from his sorry ass of a father. I trust you'll want to help me keep him out of trouble. Right then, come along. Well, that could have gone better, and worse. Let's not keep them waiting. Please, do you think me so foolish to fall for their charade? What I heard from the others said knights bore not even the slightest resemblance to the Heavens Ward. As if I had not already memorized every detail of my dear Sir Annabel's face. Oh, wherever could he be? I am truly outside her grace. My allowance all gone to waste on those... Ugh, I dare not say it. Mayhap those awful rumors are true. Mayhap... I must needs accept that he now walks in Halone's halls. I demand satisfaction! Swift and terrible vengeance! How dare they prey upon a lady's emotions and line their pockets with gall? If Sir Sharba was here, he'd purge a lot of them like the festering sickness they are. Yes. A pity, too, he remains missing. So very much a pity. Papa Hildy, that grandmama over there is staring at us. Now, Gigi, a gentleman must be more careful with his words. First of all, you have only one grandmother. Second, this is tremendously important. Never, ever call her that. At least, not yet. Promise? Yes, father. I promise not to call Grandmama Julian Grandmama Julian. Greetings, my lady. Oh, ain't you a charmer? And there I was thinking I might have to rip your bloody head off if you said the G word one more time. Like that, Papa Hildy. Ah, my faithful assistants! Have you gleaned any new information? Other than the fact that these women seem to detest the fake knights with every fiber of their being. These two women were telling me all about what they do if they cornered Sir... Is this the best you can do then? Bloody oaths and girlish fantasies? And you call yourself a Manderville man? I assure you, mother, we are only just getting started. The tapestry of lies and deception behind which the truth hides is often unraveled with a tug of a single loose thread. I say, young lady, I would beg but a moment of your time. Somehow I doubt that young lady was talking about the charlatans we seek. Aye, 'tis true. I too was taken by the false promises of those awful, awful men. long have I earned for a chance to meet Sir Verguin, so when they said I finally could, I didn't even hesitate for even a moment. But when they escorted me to the manor under the blindfold, and I looked onto the hideous faces of those so-called Grand Sirs, I screamed and I fled. They were gone when I returned with the watch, but the neighbors said that they overheard them talking about seeking shelter in a place called Edelshire. I know it's not much, but I pray this information helps you in your search. My lady, I swear to you here and now, I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall not rest until these dastardly fiends are punished for their foul crimes. Huzzah! 3 cheers for Papa Hildy. Hip hip hooray. Hip hip hooray. Hip hip hooray. And there you have it. Our quarry can be found in Edelshire. Come, my loyal citizens. Justice waits for no gentleman. That's all well and good, but I never heard of this Edelshire, have you? I have. You mean we're to travel to the Dravinian hinterlands? Right now, just like that? Yep. Truly, this magnificent settlement is a testament to the hard work and camaraderie of her uplander and gobby citizens. Yes, well, I'm just glad we're no longer being pursued by fire-breathing dragons, musket-wielding crabs, and bomb-throwing goblins. You know, the other ones. But they were no match for Lady Julian and that pan of hers, am I right? I want to see her make the bad gobbies fly again. God's sakes, Hildy, accepting green, this lot be dead in a ditch somewhere if it weren't for me. Nonsense! I would never let any harm to come to my loyal citizen or my beloved son. If I may interject. Now then, let us split up and question the good people of Edelshire. My keen inspector's sense tells me that one of them has the knowledge of false knights we seek. Yes, loud jocks know their grand sirs. Sneaky uplanders keep to selves, mingle not with gobby flock. Let each to own, loud jock says. No question, only jingly shine. Ah, you must be talking about them grand sirs. They drifted into Edelshire some time ago, as I recall. Pay a visit to the great library, though I couldn't tell you why. Oh, there's Nashu. And Julia. Oh, I know all about the Grand Sirs. They keep to themselves in that building of theirs south of the round spot. You'd best watch out though, they're a dangerous bunch, liable to kill you for looking at them cockeyed. It's entirely possible that I've gone completely and utterly mad, but are you perchance the long-lost twin sister of an Ishgardian noblewoman? What? Look behind you, a 3-headed gobue! A gubue? Why do I feel like I've not seen the last of that old woman? If we only had the testimony of a concerned citizen which could conveniently direct us to the villain's precise location. Here, a testimony to at least the villain's precise location. The Grand Sirs are holed up in a building to the south of the markets. Good show, Green. There, that's the one. Come, Let's inform the others. It would seem that no one is home. There is not what we can do but wait then.
Papa Hildy, I just want to say that I really like this place. I think that you and me and Mama Nashio could have lots of exciting adventures if we stay here.
You may be right, Gigi. This community seems to have fostered an enlightened free society, welcoming of honest souls willing to work and contribute to the greater whole. Did anyone happen to see a gazebo on the way in?
As I live and Hildibrand of Maximilian Manderville.
Could that be? I say, could that be Slowfix coin toss?
You know this Gobby, Inspector?
I most certainly do. Why, Master Slowfix was my very first employer.
When traveling through Dadala long ago, Gobby Flock was waylaid by Uplander bandits. With no jingly shine to pay brass blades, we had no way to backtake goods. Until we make busy deal with Gentleman Uplander, that is. With fastness he finds Uplander bandits and bring much bangy boom, and returns to goodly Gobby's missing goods and great justice. Henceforth Slowfix gained new appreciation for Uplanders, but for chance encounter with Gentleman Uplander, he never conceives of egalitarian utopia. Phew. One may even gain Hildy, a founding father of Edelshire, with metaphorical tongue flaps, that is.
Ha ha ha! Oh, the memories! It was a near thing, for the bandits were clever enough to see through my ingenious disguise as an innocent milkmaid. But in my haste to escape, I tripped over a barrel of fire sand and, as they say, boom gobby doom.
Caw, no busy deals for the wicked. No busy deals indeed.
But leaving that delightful anecdote aside, you gods, Master Slowfix, just looking at what you and your flock have made of these runes is making me big eyes.
Gobby Flock has come a long way since wandering days, but we have not forgotten Gentleman Uplander's kindness. Slowfix is here to offer hand lending.
Well, far be it for me to refuse. My son Gigi has grown quite fond of your magnificent city, and so I should like to stay here with him and my assistant for a time. We would not require much in the way of accommodations. A humble gazebo, for example, would more than suffice.
Why settle for a gazebo when perfectly good estate right behind you? Residents are building in arrears and Slowfix happy to evict them.
But we were pursuing the fiends who lived here on suspicion of defrauding young women.
Fraud? In Slowfix's egalitarian utopia? This he will not abide. All the more reason to let Gentleman Uplander and his flock stay inside the grances. No need for jingly shine either. Huzzah! A giant gazebo to call our own.
I do not know what to say. Thank you, Master Slowfix. Thank you.
No need for teary-eyed tongue flaps. Gobby Flock is possessed of moral obligation to repay Gentleman Uplander for past generosity. Enjoy new gazebo, and good luck with hunt for grandsires. Papa Hildy, since this is our gazebo, is it okay if I draw our family crest on it?
I can think of no better way to celebrate this joyous occasion, and perhaps draw the ire of our new home's former tenants. Come, let us go and purchase some paints together. This gazebo shall be your canvas.
Now he's gone and gotten himself a sodding gazebo. Bloody hells. He really thinks I'm gonna let him keep on playing at being a father?
Still no signs of the notorious Grand Sirs. I dare say we're going to need more paint. Ah. Oh, as much as it pains me to admit it, a gentleman's stamina is not without limits. I dare say I could do with a spot of tea.
Hey, Inspector, it's just me or those two been looking at us for the past few minutes.
Oh, so it's quite normal behavior for my adoring fans, I should think. When finally presented with an opportunity to meet their idol in the flesh, all too many succumb to their fear and flee. Or maybe, just maybe, they're the Grand Bloody Sirs. Come on, they're getting away. Hearken to me, you dastardly rapscallions! You have nowhere to run! Reveal yourselves at once! I shall not ask you again! Come forth, Grand Sirs! Name yourselves and answer for your misdeeds! Slayer of 1,000,000 worms, the silver spear with hatch pierced the very heavens. Orland! Master of magics ancient and awesome, the divine hand with hatch defeated all melodies save senescence and incontinence. Gone, Spot! Grand Sirs, Excelsior! I don't know whether to laugh or to cry. Maybe both. Grandsires, Grand Sirs, You stand accused of willfully and unlawfully convincing young maidens of Ishgar to attend private parties under false pretenses, thereby inflicting upon them terrible financial and emotional distress. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, and come on behalf of these poor, defenseless innocents, and to see that no others are made to suffer as they did. Now, lay down your arms and surrender yourselves into my custody. Ha! The audacity of this boy! You should feel ashamed of your words and deeds. Oh shit. You will rue this day and rue it hard! Ha! Gods, how I missed this! The air streaming past, the blood pumping, the taste of copper on my lips, the slight dizziness. It was on a day like this that we met, wasn't it? And when we soared into those azure skies, we never truly came back down. What am I watching? Do mine eyes deceive? Pixie of my heart descended from Halone's halls to guide me to her bosom. My beloved, my everything! Long have I waited for this moment. Take me in your arms once more and lift me higher, higher, higher! Buddy, don't go towards the light. Higher, higher, higher. Orland! 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 Alas, poor Orland. I knew him not in the slightest, but he seemed a decent man, chicanery and attempted murder notwithstanding. Yes, I also remember him fondly. Wait, I've seen this before, all too recently. Ahem. Yes, anyway, he's only mostly dead. If the Master of Magic's ancient and awesome here acts with all haste, the man may yet be saved. Oh, you're referring to me. I see, I see. With all haste, was it? Yes, yes, I'll get right on that. Oh, mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite— No, wait, that's no good. Let me see. Something of a rather less controversial tradition. Yes, something with more pep. A vortex of biting winds to rend the flesh. And smite my foes! Foes? I thought you were friends! Oh, he's alive. Side to riding it to plug at me with a bleeding gay bullock. My back! My back! Ugh. 'Twould seem I have underestimated you lot. That makes two of us. Enough! Leave them be, or do you not care what becomes of the mammet? Gigi! But when? How? A betrayal. I thought I recognized you, first in Ishgar, then in Edelshire. You've been following us since we left the capital. Bearer of faces fair and fearsome, the midnight shadow which had deceived kings and queens. Doris! You can't possibly have been so naive to think we'd not see through your ridiculous disguises. And yet here you are, so effortlessly and easily lured into our trap, for which we are most grateful, mind. My companions are hardly cut out for life on the road. All has been in preparation for this moment. The parties, the petty schemes. From the first, the objective of this grand design has been this singular mammet. I swear to you, if you harm Gigi in any way... We have no desire to hurt the boy. We but require his help to reclaim what which is rightfully ours, our youth. Confound it! I can't see! Damn, they're very slowly getting away. Papa Hildy. Gigi! Stay strong, my son. I swear I shall find you. He's right there. Just go after him. Twelve strike me down for a fool. So desperate was I to seize the grand sirs that I failed to discern their true intent, for it was too late. And now poor Gigi is in their clutches. What if I never see my beloved son again? I suppose we ought to be prepared for the worst. They could be halfway to Razatan by now. I very much doubt that, given they were moving at an adamantoise's pace. Little Milksop's right. Let's get after the old buggers. Huh, that's what my mentor used to call me, among other things. Oh, the memories. So, it seemed that the Grand Sirs have been caught once more by the very inspector that was trying to catch them. How ironic, also how premature we have them. How ironic, although how premature we have them, yes. They still have Gigi. Damn it, if only some manner of opportunity would present itself. Ask and he shall receive. We can ambush that poisoned dragoon, take him hostage and demand an exchange. Inquisitor Seer, you disappoint me. A gentleman cannot condone the violent kidnapping and ransom of his elders. No, no. We shall approach this problem as paragons of honor and virtue. Green shall stalk and subdue the Grand Sir. Green will stalk and subdue the Grand Sir and relieve him of his armor. How stripping an old man naked more gentlemanly than taking him hostage? Rest assured, I shall reveal all soon enough. Godspeed, Green. He's gonna dress himself in the armor, isn't it? I can already see this coming. Ah, I knew you'd... Wait, who are you again? There's something awfully familiar about those muscular forearms, those strong yet tender-looking fingers. I say, would you be so kind as to massage my shoulders, young man? There's this lingering ache and this tension that Gonspot can't seem to soothe with his magics. Remove my breastplate. Oh, of course, how silly of me. Pray, lend me a hand with the straps. Truly, young man, you are a saint. Ah, I swear, it's the little things you begin to appreciate. My dear departed wife used to help me with my armor, you know. Right, I should be seated to better receive your tender administrations. Ah, the healing tingle! Would that I had a tincture of salamander with which to treat these aches. My little pig's knee used to spread some on my chest and under my nose to help me sleep through the night. Come, do not be shy. Work those soothing fingers into each and every knot. Slowly. Make me forget my troubles. Harder, harder, higher, higher. Close your eyes and dream. The old dragoon's soft snoring suddenly stops, and you begin to fear you may have borne witness to his final moments. Leaning closer, you extend a hesitant finger, only to stop short when a sudden spasm signals the resumption of his labored breathing. With the utmost care, you can remove Orland's sabatons and breeches, leaving the sleeping old man exposed to the elements at the mercy of the nearby ravenous bears and tentacled morbles. May he rest in peace. Good night, sweet prince. Ah, my stalwart assistant. By your return, I gather you are taking care of the dragoon, and by taking care, I mean afford him all due courtesy as befitting a man of his years, whilst returning with the equipment I require? Sure. Orland's armor. Entrusted to you by the elderly owner that he may receive a vigorous massage, this suit of armor is surprisingly light and reeks of garlic. My level of Tevi of Magitech worries me. It's a crossover thing from Final Fantasy 15. The old gray mare, she ain't what she used to be. Ain't what she used to be, ain't what she used to be. I feel like that's a reference that I don't recognize. Capital! Then without further ado, I shall disguise myself as Orland and free Gigi from captivity. One problem with that, you are not an octogenarian. Or heptagenarian? However old these people are. But you two look nothing alike. They may be old and slow, but they're not blind. Oh, you little fate, you are in for a treat, for you shall have front row seat to this magnificent display of Mandervillian guile and subterfuge. Hey, is it time for dinner yet?
We just ate, you daft bugger. And where the hell is Olin? He's gotta take a piss every hour, but damn it, he could at least be quick about it.
Greetings, fellow antediluvians. I have returned. Ah, bollocks.
It's about time.
Okay, no, that's bollocks.
Pack up your things. I want us back on the road in 10 minutes.
Before we do that, we must first release young Gigi here. 'Tis behavior unbecoming a gentleman to keep children in cages.
What in the seven hells are you blathering about? He's going to get away.
No, he will not. See? Still here within my care. Right then, on a completely unrelated note, I shall now take the boy with me on a brief sojourn into the wilderness.
Fury take me, it's working. He's about to walk out of there with Gigi and they won't even try to stop him. So far, so good.
Ugh, I'm cold and there are morbals after me. I'm me.
But you're also me. But that can't be unless...
This is it. This is the moment when my life flashes before my eyes. Oh, my dearest Pigsney will be together at last.
Imposter! Oh my god! How dare you attempt to trick me with a ruse so hackneyed it would make a minstrel blush?
gods! I never realized dying would hurt so much! Now's our chance, Gigi! Come with me!
Vivi, wait!
My son! What's gotten into you?
Vivi, Vivi, where have I heard that name before? Remember who you are, Vivi. What you are. A creation of the great Charlian Archmagus Quan. Quan, I was given life by Grandpapa Quan. I remember now. We lived together, and he taught me many things about the outside world.
I feel like that's also a reference to something. Maybe 9. Final Fantasy 9. What? What exactly do you remember, my son?
Everything. Yes, everything. I remember that Grandpapa Quan created me, that he took care of me, raised me, and that we were very happy. But then he abandoned me. Grandpapa Quan abandoned me. He believed you were flawed, Vivi, that you lacked the power to turn back the hands of time and make him young again, and so in his ignorance he cast you out and died all alone.
To turn back the hands of time, and what we witnessed in the Crozier, the Duke's priceless vase, that power could be brought to bear on people. But wait, how do you know of all this? You couldn't possibly have been an associate of this Archmagus Quan.
We found his journals during one of our many trips to the Great Library. Scavenging for valuable relics is one of the few ways we have left to make a living. We are famed heroes of the war in our prime, with fortunes to match. But no soldier has the strength to triumph over time. Before we knew it, the hour of the sheath was upon us. Ishgard no longer had need of our services. So we came here to eke out a living, keep doing what we do best, until our bodies wouldn't let us. Imagine our surprise when we stumbled upon the opportunity of a lifetime. A second lifetime, as it were. A mammet with the power to take that which was broken and restore it to its prime state. To turn back time with its temporal magics and give us back our misspent youth.
Fury, take me! This is also... I don't even know if there's a precedent to determine whether or not this constitutes heresy.
We knew where to look even. With the journals, we determined that the mammet was somewhere in the Western Highlands. A chance for a second chance was within reach, and then we were forced to watch as you imbeciles pulled Vivi for the snow, nearly ruining everything. Vivi, listen to me. Come with us and we can help you unlock your true potential. Just think what you could accomplish were you to master your magics. Not only could you make us young again, but you may even have a power to restore life to Archmagus Quan. V.
Impossible! No magic can truly return the dead to us. At best you can animate a corpse, and I need not review the precepts to declare that the products of necromancy are abominations in the eyes of the Fury. Gigi, wait! What about our adventures? What about Gazebo? You are a Manderville mammet!
You always have been so kind to me, Papa Hildy, and I will forever be grateful for that. But Grandpapa Quan made me. He made me, and I miss him. So even if it fails, I have to try.
What are you doing? They're getting away! We have to stop them! Mayhap we must respect Gigi's decision.
That's the end of that chapter, eh? You're giving up and coming back home?
I too made a decision long ago to become a traveling inspector, and I have ever stood by it. Mayhap it is from this singular stubbornness of mine that Gigi took inspiration. Nay, I cannot abide it. He is my flesh and blood, my son. I dare not let him use his temporal magics to pervert the natural order. It falls to me, his father, to ensure that Gigi keeps a righteous path and only utilizes traditional methods of zombification to raise the dead. Traditional methods? Inquisitor Seer, I must applaud your dedication to your work, and cannot thank you enough for all you have done on our behalf. Yet I fear if we continue as we are, Gigi may be driven to rash action. Therefore, I would ask that you suspend your pursuit of the Grand Sirs for a time, that I might be afforded the opportunity to convince my son to return peacefully. Well, seeing as how we can only guess at the full extent of Gigi's powers, it might prove dangerous to act aggressively should he choose to use them. I knew you would understand. Right then, there is no time to waste. Nushu, let us retire to our new gazebo and discuss our plans.
I suppose it'd have been a shame if he had given up that easily. But that means I'll just stick around even longer. On the other hand, if that bloody mammoth's really got the power to make them young again, then...
There we go. I said I suspend my pursuit, and I will. But that doesn't mean I won't continue my investigation into that mammoth and its powers in Ishgard. I see you saw fit to return to the capital as well. The Inquisition has a rather large collection of heretical tomes, including many of Charlatan origin, and I don't mind to scour them for information on temporal magics. This is, of course, all for the sake of confirming the mammoth's heretical origins. Yes, only that. Why are you looking at me like that, as if you imply that my interest in these matters is more than a professional one? I'm sure I don't know what you're not talking about. Thank you, Green. That will be all.